Bud Schurmeier was a Caltech graduate, a Navy pilot, and in his spare time he found a way to be a skier, sailor, surfer, and soaring enthusiast. Most of all, he was a JPLer. His contributions helped take our nation to the moon, to Mars, the outer planets, and now interstellar space. No wonder Bud Schurmeier was born on the 4th of July.
Everything was new and fun and interesting. You know, space was new. It hadn't been done before, so there weren't a whole bunch of rules and regulations. So we had the opportunity to make them up as we went along and decide, okay, this is what we did. We try that, didn't work very well, we try something else. The initial character was a short schedule, high risk, and relatively low cost. It switched. The schedule was stretched out. It was not to be high risk, and the cost increased considerably. I guess we took it pretty well in stride. We said, okay, we'll go back and we will develop procedures and ways to do things that increases the probability as high as is practical before we will launch. And I thought everything was going great. We're going to have a success here. But I'd gone out and bought a whole bunch of bottles of champagne, and I had a little van at that time. And so for the encounter of the moon, I drove in with my van with all of the champagne bottles in the wash tub with ice in them, all set to celebrate. Well, as you know, we got no pictures. I went home, carefully took the bottles out of the tub, stuck the labels back on, stuck them up in the garage, got a couple hours sleep, came back into work, and we started our analysis of the problem. And fortunately, Ranger 7 was successful, and so I brought the champagne back in. So we had 2 spacecraft to monitor, and it turned out that while the first one was in the encounter phase, we had some emergencies on the second one.
There's no telemetry, just a signal. It seems to be steady. It doesn't look like it's rolling around in the sky, or at least not tumbling around in the sky. It could be rolling. Without data, we're kind of a little bit blind.
And so it was a very, very hectic time, as I remember, in trying to handle the very complex operation on the first one, along with the emergency on the second one.
Just stand by and keep looking, and 11, if you see a signal, call it out, and we'll see what we can do.
I don't want to discourage them, but they may not see it because of degraded noise temperature.
Well, you know what the problem is? Just unscramble the data. The real moment is when we see what happens when the signal to start cooling down the IRS occurs, right? And we'll see whether
My big prediction was right.
So we had this concept of an outer planet spacecraft that was radiation hard, had nuclear power, had the capability to repair itself. And so we embarked on that. I guess my greatest satisfaction is having selected the people that I did to do the mission. They turned out all to be great contributors. Follow their instincts and interests. Do whatever you do well. Make it the best you can. They'll reap the rewards.